friends, it's Liz here. Thank you for joining me today. I have a bit of a different project and craft with me video to share with you. So recently I shared on Instagram a vintage style envelope ephemera that I was inspired to make. And I thought I would film the process because it is super easy, something quick that you can do. But as well, I wanted to sort of give you a little bit more of an introduction to what I'm working on, and hopefully you'll get inspired to craft with me. So let me show you what I'm thinking and where the inspiration came from. So I have a stack of vintage looking pieces here. And what inspired this project was a lady by the name of Angie. I'll give you more details about her as I'm sort of filming the process video with you. But I had some pieces that I recently found that were sent to me a while back by my friend Denise, and she owns a shop. It's on Etsy. I'll link the details of her shop in the description box below, but she's got such lovely ephemera pieces that you can use in your junk journals like I'm showing you here. And so, of course, I recently found them as I was reorganizing, and I was so inspired to create what I'm going to call an Angie inspired ephemera pack, or I think I might make this into some sort of a journal, or maybe a stacked something or other. But I wanted to just show you how quickly you can put something together. You don't have to have vintage pieces to do it, but if you do, that would be so amazing. But I am going to show you what I've done. And then as I'm adding the pieces, as you can see here, as I decorate and embellish, I'll film a video of the process, and hopefully by the time we're done, we'll have many pieces that we can put together and use for our junk journals, or maybe even making its own individual little, mini album, mini journal. I'm not even sure what we're going to do with it, but I've been inspired to create, and so I thought I would film the process. So we're going to start with showing you the vintage looking envelope and then this vintage letter. Now, these are all actually from my own digitals. I did purchase many vintage French from actual France letters and envelopes, and I ended up making some of them into digitals for you to use. So I thought I would show you some of those as well. And then I'm going to be using some paper bags. I'm going to be using just some different pieces that we can make other pieces from, right? Maybe repurposing some items, but I really wanted all to have like this really lovely neutral vintage tone, even though it may not all be vintage pieces. This envelope is a vintage envelope that I'd like to do something with at some point. Here I'm working on this piece, which is initially I thought it might be like a journal page, but I'm not sure what I'll do with it in the video, of course. These are from my latest printable, and I'm just showing you some additional pieces that I've been working on. The thought process is I want to add some ephemera as pockets or tuck spots, of course. Yeah, everything that I'm going to show you, I will try and link as much as I can in the description box below for you. But the digitals will primarily be the ones that are in my shop if you wanted to make something similar. Some of these pieces, of course, you'll find them in the Etsy shop I mentioned, A Tattered Dream. And then like these vintage envelopes, I have a few of them, so I might actually make a little pack to add to my shop if you wanted to have some of the pieces that I'm showing you here as well. I've got this like a large envelope here, or it's like, I guess it's like a 6x9 that I'm making into like a gazillion little pockets and flip outs, etc. So I'll show you the process. We'll decorate everything. We'll make pieces in the video. But I was so inspired, as I mentioned, by Angie, and I thought I would share that inspiration and also walk you through the steps of, what I am working on and how I like to put things together to make them look a little more vintage. So I think in this video, we're going to start with this faux vintage envelope. So the pieces do come from a vintage ephemera itself that I have actually put into my shop. And some of the other pieces that I'm going to be showing you, I might be adding some more digitals. I'm not sure how that will work out. But I hope you join me. I hope you have a little fun, take some time to craft. I'm hoping these videos are not that long, but that you actually have a really nice finished piece at the end that you can feel, you can kind of take a little inspiration from. This envelope, actually, I just want to show you. It's in my stash. I have a few of them, and I just love when I found them. I found them at a thrift store. They were all sealed, and when I opened it, I saw that carriage in it, and I was in love with them. Anyhow, starting with this one, I figured I'd show you how I made that vintage looking envelope. I'm using my printable. Like I said, it's all in the shop. I will link it below. And I just added some pieces that I also had, sort of in my stash. This tag I showed you in a different video. I've made a few of them. Again, we'll go through the process, and at the end we'll have something very similar to what I've made if you use the pieces. But of course, you can use whatever you have on hand to do something similar. Now, the kit I'm showing you here is just these 3 pages of vintage French letters. So if you've got the envelope, the fronts, you've got an actual 2 vintage French letters. And then we also have the envelope here that we will be using in this project. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut it up. And then as I'm doing this, we'll be chatting a little bit about where this inspiration is coming from. So what I've done is I've just left the edges on the side of the envelope because I want to give it a little bit more room to open. Of course, I keep the extra pieces that I've cut up because those are, little embellishments afterwards. And I'll show you a little bit more on that. So the person that inspired this project, her name is Angie. She does not have social media, before you ask, but I've seen a lot of her gorgeous work on Denise's channel, which is Practice Makes Pretty. I will link her channel below. Now, she is on Denise's design team, and she has been making gorgeous vintage ephemera and just different types of vintage looking loveliness for a long time. She sends these pieces to Denise to show in her videos. And recently I've seen it on Instagram as well, where she's been sending some pieces to other crafty members as well. And every time I see it, I know it's her work. It's just gorgeous work. And what I mean by that is she takes real vintage ephemera, because I don't even know where she finds it. She has so much of it. And makes it into even more beautiful vintage ephemera. A lot of the pieces, she's also used some digitals that end up looking very vintage. And so that is where this inspiration came from. I wanted to use some of these vintage looking pieces that I have in my kits and make them a little bit more vintage. And somehow I would like to put them together sort of like in a little pack or a little kit that they'll all come together. Somehow I'll bind them. We'll bind these together. We'll make them into something really, really lovely. But that's kind of what I wanted to say about Angie. I adore her work. I have seen it, oh my gosh, for years actually on Denise's channel. And it's like this little surprise every time she gets these videos uploaded, because I just can't wait to see the next inspiration that's going to come from it. I believe that Angie gets in contact with some people sometimes if she sees something, and just to let them know, I guess, about the work and if what she's inspired by. But also she does read all the comments every time someone leaves a comment on the videos, talking about her work. And I just think it's so lovely that she creates, but she doesn't, join social media. My goodness, that must be so amazing as well. However, we do get to see her gorgeous work through the channel that I mentioned. So that's where this all came from. I was so inspired by her work, and I thought, you know what? I just want to start crafting and making something that's been inspired by what I've seen her make. And I want to, show you the process and walk you through what I'm thinking and how I'm doing things to put mine together. So back to this one here, I did gather some pieces from Your Creative Studio. I think it's the most recent subscription box that I received. I will link that unboxing video below if you haven't seen it. Your Creative Studio has such amazing vintage style pieces that they include in their subscription box. And I do love to create with it. So this is probably going to be one of the videos as well that I'll be sort of adding more of the pieces that they have sent in these gorgeous boxes. Here, I'm trying to select a piece that I'll be using as a little pocket. for the back of my envelope. And I already love the fact that the pieces come looking very vintage already, and it's going to make my, creative process so much easier because of that. I don't have to coffee stain anything. I don't have to distress anything. Of course, if you want to, you can. That just gives it a more vintage look. But I love looking at vintage pieces that we have made that are not real vintage. You can tell they're not real vintage if you really look, but there's something about just, holding something that is, that has been around for a long time, that looks like it anyways. I don't personally have a lot of gorgeous vintage pieces, and when I do purchase some, which I have for these ones, which is the reason why I decided to make some into the digitals to share them with you. I really enjoy just, looking through them and holding them and looking through the colors and textures. And that's one of the things that Angie's work really inspires me with, is she's got such an amazing eye for gathering vintage pieces and then making them even more amazing. So anyways, I'm not even sure if she'll be watching this video or the series that I'm hoping to start, but I am super, super inspired by her work. And of course, I do have some of the items, like I mentioned, the ones that are on the Etsy shop by A Tattered Dream. And of course, I'll be trying to use some of those as I have seen her use in her work. And again, it's my take on it. It's how I've been inspired by it. Of course, it'll be so different, I'm sure, than what she's making. But I just wanted to say that when I feel inspired and I feel like creating, I just go for it. Whatever comes of it, it's just that moment that I've had time to enjoy the process. So what I'm also hoping to do is maybe once I'm finished the process and shown you the step-by-steps of what I've done, then maybe add some of these pieces into Happy Mail that I will be sending out. Here you saw that I used some of the cutoffs from the actual digital kits as like ephemera, as additional layering pieces on the envelope. The washi tape, I believe this one doesn't stick very well. We did get this in the Your Creative Studio box. I'm not even sure which box it came in, but it didn't have a lot of stickiness. And just adding a little glue is fine. And then you've got that really lovely, vintage look to something just by adding some, pieces of paper that have been torn up and some washi tape. And it's already looking vintage to me. The next piece that I'm going to be adding is these lovely laces. And again, these come from the shop that I mentioned. I was just kind of going through some of the bits that I have, and I thought I would pull some out and show you. All these did come from A Tattered Dream, and I've been using them little by little in different projects, but I thought, you know what, I'll focus a little more on showing you what I have and then how I'm using them as I use them. I also think we might end up making a mini journal or two in the process as well, because there are some pieces that I think I'll be using to make a mini journal. I'll be using some paper bags, so I'll probably show you those in the next video of what I'm thinking of doing. I love making paper bag junk journals, and so that's definitely going to be one of the things I'll be using. And if you haven't seen my videos and you're new to my channel, welcome. I will link some of my playlists below if you're interested in seeing some of the tutorials and creative ideas that I share with you. Back to this little envelope. This pin here, I absolutely love it. There was a few that she sent in the little pack, and I love just how vintage it makes something look. I added a little bit of that lace. We've got that pocket in the back. And then we can just add more ephemera as we wish. So for this one, I think what I did was I added the vintage envelope here, which is, I love them because of the way they get folded up. So I just went ahead and cut it. And again, this is part of my kit, which I will link below. I'm going to fold it up and show you how these get folded. And then it just ends up looking so beautiful at the end. Of course, we can decorate this later and make it even more vintage if we want to. So you can see already the edges have like an outline of where you fold. And then you just go ahead and follow that and you make your lovely vintage style folded envelope. At some point, I think I might actually pull out some wax seals as well and just do some different type of embellishments with those. leave a comment below and let me know if this is something that you will enjoy seeing. What types of, what the next ones is that you would like to see. Do you want to see like the mini journal, or do you want to see like the paper bags, or the envelopes, the taller envelopes that I'll be, turning into ephemera? There's just so many ideas flowing in my head. And I thought if I go step by step and show you, all of them, then it might be better than showing you the fully finished project, which is probably going to take me a while. And then I wouldn't be able to share every single step of it as I go. I have seen a lot of ladies, on their channels kind of do a process of the different pieces as well. And I thought that might be something that I could do from time to time as well. So this is probably going to be something that I do maybe once a week or twice a week. We'll see how it goes, in addition to my other videos. And then you can catch up. Of course, I'll try and have a playlist for everything we've done, so we can see what we end up with at the end, which I'm super excited about. And as I mentioned, I will link everything below of everything I've mentioned and everyone I've mentioned. And, thank you all so much for joining me. And of course, thank you to Angie for the inspiration, as always. Here, I'm just adding another little piece to this tag to make it a little bit more distressed, I guess, or layered, I should say. I may finish these off with maybe some staining. We'll see how it goes. But like I said, little by little, we'll put this together. Let me know what you think. I hope you find some time to craft and create with me. And maybe we'll come up with some fun things to chat about as we're putting this together. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you very soon. Thanks so much for stopping by.